Brit Eady clapped back at Angela Oakley's suggestion that she wasn't truthful about her license investigation, hinting that Angela is not versed on the subject as Angela reacted. On the latest episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta, Shamia Morton mentioned that Brit lost her insurance license in the aftermath of Kenya's salon opening, where Kenya revealed graphic photos of Brit from her past. Angela, a licensed mortgage loan officer, later claimed that a license can't be lost without just cause. Brit clarified that she didn't lose her insurance license, but it's under investigation. "Hey, insurance agent here. I think it's important that what happens in our personal lives can affect our professional lives," wrote Brit on Instagram, Vanga at Reality Chat. "I'm no stranger to that. I've seen so many cases online where people have been fired from their jobs from behavior due to social media access or camera phones. If you tuned into last night's episode of #RHOA, I mentioned my license was under investigation, not lost," she went on. Mortgage loan officers are not versed on licensed insurance agents. It's a completely different field of work. When your job is of public trust, it's important to investigate claims of fraud. Angela then seemingly reacted. State licensure in Georgia requires a just cause for investigation, meaning the licensing board must have a valid reason, such as a violation of laws or rules, to initiate a probe into a licensee's conduct, she wrote on Instagram. "I hold 2 professional licenses. My question still stands. What is the cause?" She added, "FYI, this is the case for any state license real estate, mortgage, insurance." Angela also wrote a post addressing a claim about her age. "Can someone point me to where I said I was 60 years old? I'm 43 to be exact." Brit shows up to Kenya's opening of her gorgeous salon, which is beautiful, that Kenya has worked so hard on that she dedicated to her daughter. "It's this big event with all these people there," shared Andy on his SiriusXM show at the time in a post shared by a BravoBabe _ on X. And Brit comes in and brings her flowers and says, "I want to apologize to you for what I said before." And Kenya totally ignores her. The host continued, and Brit's like, "Okay, I'm just gonna leave these here." And Brit leaves. And then Kenya gets up and makes her whole opening about, "Someone came after me and they shouldn't have, and I started looking into who this woman is, and this is who she is." And she starts showing graphic pictures of her. According to Brit, the aftermath of Kenya's display is really ugly and hard to digest. On this episode of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, Brit attempts to pick up the pieces of the humiliation. Kelly tries to show her unwavering support for Brit at what is meant to be a peace brunch, but things take a turn when Angela questions some of Brit's statements, leaving Brit to wonder just whose side these women are on. Brit is reeling from Kenya's antics and feels like Kenya does not even realize the damage she has caused. Even Kenya's minions are dooming Brit in awe of how low Kenya stooped. Brit paid $250 on flowers for Kenya, and Kenya went ahead and made a mockery of her and her gift. Brit is devastated as she may lose her license over this ordeal, and she realizes that the 2 to be exact mistakes that she made when she was younger are still haunting her. Her past mishaps were meant to stay buried since she had everything wiped from the internet. So Kenya must have dug really deep to get those naked pictures of her. Brit is an emotional mess trying to move on. Kelly comes to check in on her friend like a real one would do. Not only does Kelly bring some food and champagne, but she also brings an IV specialist over to help administer some bad *H vitamins. Brit wants them to help slow the aging process so they don't wind up like Kenya. Kelly cannot wrap her mind around why Kenya would do this at the grand opening of her salon. Tearing another woman down is never cool, and Kelly realizes that Kenya is truly crazy. Brit is certain that Kenya wanted her to be there so she would attack and give Kenya a reason to retaliate. In an effort to show support for Brit, Kelly kicks around the idea of getting the ladies together. Over at Sterling Hall, Shamia is focused on finding peace in the group, especially after Kenya's event. Angela, Portia, and Kelly arrive, and they try to process it all. Kenya should never have attacked Brit at her salon opening, and Kelly points out it felt like a premeditated act. Kenya seemed to have it all planned out, making it the lowest of the low. When it comes to Portia's shady comments about knowing something about Charles, she admits to playing with Angela. She does, however, claim to have a degree in investigation. Drew arrives at Shamia's late, as usual. She talks about her situation with Ralph and the difficulties of navigating living under the same roof.